silver. Hungry side in EF.
Eternal Fire versus Mouse is the semifinals. First map is new. Contact happens through the single door, or a squeaky door blown open by the Mouse squad. Insertion on the first kill on Xantares, and down the vents they go. 4 of these T's are down the vents. Jimfat happens to get clipped on the way down, so it's unlucky for him, but that's okay. Spinks capitalizes the second kill on Wacadia. Joda onto Spinks in that lobby position. Major, along with his teammate, down towards ramp in the form of Woxic. Looks like they're going to try to set up this retake, and the bomb has gone down. Insertion contacts towards Major and takes him out. Woxic swings the single door and is able to kill Broland, and Woxic actually capitalizes on 3 kills. He's able to go and finish that bomb. Awkwardly starts this round.
You want to talk about Eternal Fire? Xantares is the super soldier, but Woxic, he's the man who's done the best under the bright lights. You're going back years and years and years ago when he was in the Mouse jersey. And this man we're going to keep our eyes on today.
Oh, that second onto Torji was absolutely beautiful.
Drink here. Let's see if the Force comes in second round of this CT side. It does. Broland calls for the Force on the T side here. Torji opting not by anything. I think he wants to get that off out in round 4, but everybody else the Force up. 2 Galils, 3 Galils. There you go, Torji. He bought something. I lied. He sold the Galil. 3 Tech 9s. No, keeps getting rid of it. He picks up the Galil instead. So we got 3 Galils, 2 Tech 9s. Head armor not on Torji, so that's going to come into play here. On the opposite side, Woxic has the op-out second round, but no head armor. That's a scary prospect for him. Across the board here, 3 MP9s and an M4 for Joda on the CT side. Eternal Fire taking outside space early. Woxic's op now known by firing off around towards the red box. Xerxin takes the space. This information has been gleaned, so that means they know the setup that's going to be happening on the CT side. Xerxin, ever patient, moving slowly towards that mini position here in the smokes land for him to cross extremely quick. First nade blows up the smoke, and Woxic capitalizes on Xerxin on his 5th kill into the second round. The first kill going the way of Eternal Fire. Top hut looks like it's about to be contested, but Major waiting on top patiently above that single door is going to contact Spinks. Moving into heaven now is Woxic, and he takes the outside position from that far balcony ramp position, or eavesdrop positioning. Wacadia on the site. He's ready to smoke through squeaky door. He knows a hit's about to come in. He re-smokes at 1 minute. Perfect timing. Then info's passed to Berlin, and he has to make a timely decision now. What's going to happen? Molly for top hut, maybe some flashes for backside, and Spinks is going to enter this motherfucker against Major. Major's on top of hut, as aforementioned. He's waiting at that fucking door with the MP9 primed and ready to go. The Molly's going to land top hut. It might not push him out right away, but the sound cue will be there for Spinks to capitalize on. If Woxic is quick enough to get himself back into heaven, which I don't think he will be, he will not be able to support. As per mentioned, Spinks swings out on Major, who's ticked by the Molly and falls out on sight and is capitalized on. Wacadia, position known towards the squeaky door, and he's fighting a battle of his life. Joda rotates into heaven from that ramp position and capitalizes on the kill on Jimfat and Spinks. Brolane takes out Woxic and Joda and gets that bomb planted backside. 1v1 for Torji against Xantares, and Torji wins it. First round on the board from Mouse, 1-1. Pretty fucking crazy.
Just like that.
The top defense getting nothing done there. Simple little execution.
Let's see if they bring that op into the third round, if they were able to get it. Don't know if they were or not.
It's Jota, who's almost the hero of the moment, rotates in. Gets them a nice little double, but that's
a beautiful nade outside. Well timed. I think it could have been a little bit shorter. That's we see a lot of pros struggle with that utility towards those smokes outside. If you even tweak them left to right by 2 pixels from where you're throwing them, that nade's not going to land exactly how you've tested many times before. 1-1, the force buy come in? It does. Eternal Fire on a force buy here, and the opening kill goes the way of Spinks. From Marshmallow all the way to deep gray headshot box, and he takes out Woxic. I think Woxic might have had, he did, a deagle. Broland capitalizes on this space as well as Xerxin has already crossed, and Torji just in that red box supporting Spinks towards Unbreakable. Wacadia has it all to do here, and he's not even realizing it yet. He's solo on A site while his 2 teammates in Xantares and Joda push ramp. They have 2 MP9s and a single flash in hand, but the lobby has been cleared out. Jimfat, smelling this kind of pressure, he's playing a deep angle between these vents, silver vents I guess, on T-roof, watching stairs and the exit of lobby. On the other side of the map, 2 and 2, Xerxin and Torji ready to enter through that mini side. Well, jumping up on heaven is Broland and Spinks. They're clearing space. Wacadia position noted. Joda and Xantares now noted as well. Jimmy would have passed those audible footsteps over to them, and the sight hit happens. Torji and Xerxin for the first 2. Joda trying to push through that smoke at single door, and Xerxin puts him down. Spam towards that open vent, making sure that no one is going to be there for anything sneaky, and Major 1v5. He spots Broland up in heaven. Few shots of the MP or the 5-7, and he capitalizes finally. Broland taken out. but not worse for wear. Mazur down to 10 HP, chip down from 12 to 10 with that nade, and he has to get out of there. His job now is try to get into heaven, grab that Galil, and run to safety as CT spawn, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it. They're going to definitely hunt this. They should be hunting this. Utility coming through the heavens from the A site, and nope, that Galil has only been moved slightly by that grenade. He actually took 2 more points of damage from that HE nade through heaven from A site from Torji landing on his head, and that's okay. Mazur probably going to save this round, get himself out of there. 4 alive for the T side, bolstering their economy. They have an AK, 2 Galils, and an MP9 rolling into the 3rd or 4th round here. 2-1 now sports T side of New. They're doing great. Great openings, great understanding of the map, great understanding of the reads. They're taking their time. As soon as they get that first pick, they pounce. They're not afraid to spam smokes. They're not afraid to play the trade game. Xershin entering that site aggressively, doesn't get upset. Everything is fucking easy. As I said before, there's that Sphinx kill, jumping over top of Marsh. Easy, quick shot, directly to the face of Walks. That guy is pumping the crowd. That's a much side. That's what they're looking for too. Full save minus that 5-7 on Mazur for the CT side of Eternal Fire, and they have to make some sort of play here, so they do. They have 3 stacking in CT spawn towards the hell position, and Wakadia fast onto Hut. He has a taser out, but I think this spot gets cleared. The last time we saw Sphinx enter that, he did clear it. Opposite side here, Xershin has worked his way up to red box, and he's looking for that fight and spawn, some sort of read that's happening here. He doesn't want to contest towards secret stairs, he's alone, but Brolan ends up doing it himself anyways. He has Mazur to deal with down below, but he has all the utility in the world to clear this out. Xershin on a little bit of a slow rotate here if Brolan needs the help, but he will be there just in case. Sphinx on top of Mini, or on top of Marshmallow, about to go on top of Mini, and Torji outside as well. There looks like a 3-1 split onto this A site. Brolan cleans up the kill on Mazur and lower. Xershin is able to kill Joda in spawn. Sphinx and Torji collab with 3 more, all 3 dead, all 5 survive from this mouse sport squad, third on the board. Excellent recovery from that pistol round loss. I think Eternal Fire had a little bit of a read on them in the pistol round. That's totally fine. Second round, though, they were not ready for that. I think the forced buy of the op by Waxic is a little bit of a detriment to his personality, let's say, because now we're getting into round 5 and he still does not have an op. 5 M4s, 4 of which are the silencers, 1 M4A4, and on the opposite side, the T side, Brolan still sporting that MP9 and 2 Galils on Xershin and Jimfat. Look at the CT side, the only 2 with head armor is Joda and Mazur, so let's see if those Galils and MP9 come into play. Standard util outside, mollying off the edges, mollying off the hut, making sure that no one can be in any of these early locations, symbolizing a faster style of play, more movement, more commitment. Xershin spamming those smokes outside like he normally does, getting a little bit of info, gaining that Waxic is deep in hell, nading the smoke the same way he did to get that op kill. They are prepped and ready for it. Second layer of utility comes out for the T side to make this cross a little bit easier, and Xershin, a little bit worried before he crosses, spam through the smokes, does significant damage to both Xershin and Torji, making them susceptible to one-shot with those M4s. As of right now, Jimfat, Torji, and Xershin are all one-shotable with those M4s. Joda working his way down ramp, he's felt no pressure, he has Waxic there to support, and he's getting himself into lower. Brolan clearing those upper stairs, making sure that nothing can happen, no rotates behind him, but it looks like that A-centric setup is about to happen again. At 1 minute timing, Sphinx gets himself onto Mini, here's the rotation of Mini into the A site, buys on Terrace, and he falls off. As that happens, Jimmy tries to capitalize on the info gain, and passed on by Sphinx, and he dies to Wakadia through a single door. Sphinx with the timing onto Waxic, he should have lost that fight, but he ends up winning it towards hell, and he rotates back with his team towards Mini. As he does this, Xershin calls him off, says get yourself up into heaven, so he jumps up on the jump up boxes and he's working his way along the rafters into heaven. 3 T's down and lower now, and Sphinx alone in heaven. Joda on ramp, he knows that this is possible. He has Mazur to support, who's actually on A site with 2 CTs have pushed into lobby. They lose the space outside, so they need to take space somewhere else. Mazur capitalizes on the known position of Sphinx up into heaven. This leaves an empty B bomb site. Torji and Brolan enter this site quickly, rather quickly, no utility to clear any corners, and they take some space. They're looking for that fight towards upper ramp, and the bomb goes down. 35 seconds on the clock, and all 4 CTs are entering through ramp. Tons of sound, tons of information for these T's to work with, and the first contact goes away with Brolan onto Wakadia. Mazur is next. He takes the fight towards Torji in secret or in dark spot, and he loses it. Joda kills Brolan towards that window room, leaving Joda in a 1v2 versus Torji and Xershin. Xershin just capitalized the easy kill on one of his teammates, and falling into sight, Joda is now dead by Xershin.
From a numbers disadvantage, they just keep clawing their way back in.
A couple of confidence breakers early. Losing the second round force. Put them in this pole position in this rifle round to get the opening kill.
That was a well-coordinated round by Mousesports. You can see the gums flapping of Xerxin. As soon as that kill happens from Spinks onto Woxic into hell, Spinks wants to rotate back with his team. You can see Xerxin pretty much giving them... Now, you keep the pressure up over there, bro. Let them know that you're there. 6th round, 4-1 for Mousesports on their T side of Nuke. And a partial buy comes in. 1 Deagle, Woxic saving completely, has nothing, and 3 MP9s. Body armor on 4, again, Woxic buying nothing, and Xerxin reads this play, picked up an M4 from a dead CT last round, and he's aggressive outside. He's hunting them down with the accuracy and speed of this M4 to make sure that he can take this space effectively. Wall smokes outside, but with no utility contend, these Ts are able to cross. Jimfat, of course, deep in lobby, making sure that no one can push through. He's holding his ground, patient as ever. Spinks to patrol the top of stairs while the other 3 push their way down. Set utility lands to push anybody out from the double door side. Clearing toxic side is Xerxin, and the utility that's landing is doing perfect chip damage. He's smacking these CTs down enough to make them one-shottable to the M4, but none of them have head armor, so it doesn't really matter. Xerxin to patrol this double doors while the rest of his teams rotate over to decon. Looks like Xerxin wants to get himself into vents. These Ts have rotated down. There's now 3 of them towards this double door side, left with 1 on the top side. They're getting aggressive. They're looking for him, and Xerxin has the read. He takes the first contact onto Woxic, and he looks hungry for more. Second fight goes Major's way against Xerxin, but a trade from Broland is immediate. Xerxin with 2 assists, both on Broland and Major, from that aforementioned utility landing towards those double doors, leaving Wakadia and Xantares in a 2v4. Jimfat's space that he took was extremely good. He got himself down vents. I don't think anybody saw him do that. I think he might have actually walked outside, but it doesn't matter. Spinks to hold the vents. These Ts have a great setup on this site. A little bit of noise made by Spinks, but it's all for naught. They know this Eternal Fire team is saving, but the save might not come in as handily as they want. These Ts are rotating towards the ramp side to group up. Wakadia looks like he's trying to go for a little bit of a deagle kill, but he's going to get caught out in about 2 seconds by Broland. Broland running away, getting behind that headshot box deep on ramp. 3 fights coming Wakadia's way. He's taken out by Spinks. That's a 5th on the board for Mousesports right now. I think attack pause needs to move for Eternal Fire. As I say that, Xantares even dies to the bomb from previous injuries. He didn't get himself far enough into that T spawn to survive. Looks like attack pause is about to come out. The coach of Eternal Fire is on the microphone. I don't know his name.
They're not able to find a victory in this environment just yet. So what's the secret to that success? Who needs to be the spark? Who's the talisman? Who's the driving force? What are they lacking? Are the comms a mess? Are they just nervous? Are they a bit jittery?
Faber.
You look out, you see thousands of people staring back at you. They're here to watch you perform.
They were on the microphone. Alright guys, we're on the CT side of Nuke. What are we doing wrong? They're taking the space outside really fast. We see their utility landing, we're breaking it open, we're seeing nothing. We're losing mini control, we need to fight outside, or we need to get aggressive towards lobby. We see that Jimmy's playing back, he's not giving us anything, he's not looking for anything. Again, how's the Mousesports side respond to this? They know that these CTs are going to have to change up their playstyle, but what is the change? There's multiple different things they could do. Mousesports, Broland, you need to make sure that you
your teamwork, it can all be on point. But if your head's not in the right place, you're going to have a tough time delivering. Now taken into the buy.
That outside aggression that was needed is happening right now, but a missed shot and an audible from the op of Woxic has now been noted. Jimfat a little bit more aggressive than he normally has. He's jiggling towards high. Oh, they've dropped utility for Woxic outside. He's got 3 grenades to pop these smokes open 3 separate times. First one gleans him no information. They now know that he might not have a nade. Picks up a second one. He's ready to pop it. This might be a perfect timing to catch Xerxin, but Xerxin crosses and gets behind the gray box early enough out of the sight of Woxic. Spinks jumps off the mini towards Hell, towards Unbreakable, and he loses the fight to Woxic. Out of the air, he gets picked. Xantares forced back on his sight. Woxic now in deep trouble. They're pushing towards him in Hell side, but second kill goes away of Wakadia through the smoke on a Broland as he tries to cross mini. One on top of Hut now. Jimfat has to try to sort this out and figure it out, and he can't. Xantares puts him down in Hut through a rotation from heaven. Xerxin and Torji 2v5. They know the damage has happened to Xantares. They know the position of Woxic. They just need to not lose these fights. Survival, or at least not giving them the AK-47s, is the play. Torji saying scoped up, walking down T stairs. Actually, it's taken out by Mazur. He rotated around and got on Marshmallow. Second kill goes Mazur's way onto a deep Xerxin towards Old Hell, or Old Secret. If you're an old Counter-Strike fan, you'll know what I'm talking about.
The back of the head.
Excellent. Whatever the change of play was by Faber, the coach of Eternal Fire there, was a well-received, you could say. There's Antares with the wire on
In
his.
with it.
Is he actually doing that?
Love to see a play like that
Let's
on the big
see.
stage. Straight up the ladder, straight in the back.
Does Antares use a wired
Finds his
mouse?
second opening kill, and this time it's Zip not liking the way that one fell. He's immediately going to take a tactical timeout. Must have enjoyed the way the head coach yesterday felt when they picked up a huge victory. A walk in the park. Had the best seat in the house.
First time out used by Mouse Sports. Obviously, whatever they were doing has been noted, and they need to change. Xerxon looks like he's pumped, ready to go. This guy loves nuke. He always takes it outside really quickly. And he's an expert at it, I'd say. Proper style expert here. Roland doesn't look too stressed either. He's like, all right, boys, we know these guys are going to play. We saw the util dump outside. They must be dropping nades for themselves. 2 layers of smokes. Yeah, Xentaurus has a wire on
everything they
his
need to start being competitive now. Eternal Fire. Consecutive rounds compulsory.
3 AKs for the CTs. Xentaurus, Major, and Wakadia. Again, Xentaurus with no head armor this round. It won't make a difference. 4 AKs and an AWP on the T side. And a full buy for the CT side as well. Outside pressure is on its way. Xerxon looks like he wants to move quick, but Xentaurus has other plans for him. A little bit of aggressive utility outside allows Woxic to get into the squeaky door to watch the deep line towards back T lobby. Xentaurus, risky play, working his way out towards Big Garage, jiggling and making sure that there's no one pushing up to mini side, while Wakadia spams through the smoke towards secret stairs. First contact goes away, Spinks onto Xentaurus over top of the edge of the smoke. Wakadia tries to capitalize, but gets caught while reloading his AK-47 into mini. I think he had about 10 or 12 shots left in that rifle. I don't think he needed to capitalize on that. 3v5 now for this Mouse Sports squad, or 5v3 for this Mouse Sports squad. They need to make sure no over-aggression happens. They know what's happening. If they lose a shot outside to Woxic, they lose the space, they need to capitalize. So Jimmy playing patient. Roland along with him on T-roof, just looking down the ladder. They know that the space has to be cleared by the CTs because they've lost space everywhere else. Next contact might go the way of Madger. He does. Roland shoots Madger in the top of the head from the ladder on T-roof into lobby. An aggressive play through hut. Second fight goes Jim Fat's way into Joda. Joda looking for that capitalization onto Roland. Think he's going to be coming down the ladder, but the patience prevails. Torji lined up with his op to take the fight onto Woxic, and he's clean with it. That's the first time we've seen Torji fight Woxic on the up. Op and Torji is successful. Excellent round. That might even reset a little bit of the economy for this Eternal Fire squad. It looks like, as I can see on the screen over there, dualies were bought up. Was that maybe a late MP9 purchase by Madger?
Woxic. Sorry, it was Wakadia desperate to find a trade back after Xentaurus' death. Runs out of ammo, gets caught in a corner.
Best part about nuke for the T side is you can be in lobby until 15 seconds. Bomb site's only 5 seconds away from you. You have so much space, it's crazy. Oh, it is a full buy from the CT side. I say full buy, they have almost no utility. I'd say average 1 piece of utility across the board. And 4 AKs, 4 AKs and an AWP on the T side, full utility, and they're taking their time. It looks like an A-centric play or a ramp-centric play here. Joda, super flashed off, takes the first contact with support from Woxic onto Jim Fat. Woxic gets the second one on the Torji, bettering him with the op, but he knows the aggression's coming in, so he drops a little bit of util. While this is happening, the CTs know that they need to take a fight somewhere else, so Wakadia has worked his way into lower, Xentaurus from mini kind of just looking outside. Roland staging his troops towards A ramp. He knows he has Xerxon in support in that lobby position. And Xerxon, deadly and aggressive. He hasn't taken any outside space. They can almost capitalize on this, the CTs, by taking this space, clearing off that secret stairs, letting Wakadia know there's only 2 ways they can get to you. If they slink down ramp real quick, which we can keep an eye on because the door's not broken, or through the actual ramp itself. And Wakadia opts to look back towards secret side as soon as Roland walks the smoke off control room window. Spam through the smoke. Untimely, unfortunate information for Roland. He takes them 4 right to the fucking lips. He had head armor though, so it's a double dink. And while this happens, that space that Madger cleared outside allows him to work around in behind. Xerxon looks ready for it, but not ready enough. Xerxon looks away. Half a second later, Madger appears in lobby from T-spawn side and cleans up Xerxon. Spinks in a 1v4 now. He has no information except for where Madger possibly could be. Woxic holding the secret door or squeaky door from mini. And Spinks looks like he wants to take a fight towards Madger. He wins that first fight. Unfortunately, while he was doing that, Woxic peered off of the angle to go look outside, and Spinks capitalized on the timing he did not know that he had. 3 seconds on the board, Spinks just has to survive, and he will do so. That's a round win for Eternal Fire. It's now 6-3 for Mouse Sports on their T side of the Great round by them as well. Great round by the Eternal Fire side. They were able to get that first kill on ramp. Yeah, it was a little bit of a trade, no stress. 2-for-1 trade. Full blind on Joda, pour a little bit of a clear. Not that it would have made much of a difference. Anyways, walk 6 off was there to take out 2. As soon as he survived, they didn't over-rotate. One dropped down into lower. They maintained mini control. They knew that heaven op could be prevalent. So the T's didn't bust out mini. They did, or bust out Hut to try to take the safe side. Great playing, great understanding of the map by Eternal Fire. Great rotations. Looks like Mouse Sports are taking a second time out. Zipex wants to get on the mic and he goes, boys, our utility is destroying them right now. They don't know what to do. We can throw anything and get as much information as we want. Let's burn their util really quick. We're having great success getting on top of Mini. We're having great success taking outside with Xertion. We don't have to fight this ramp guy. We know he's going to be aggressive by about 1 minute. Jimmy, you got a little bit of a task. Drop us some util and hang out. On the opposite side, CT's here. Wakati with the only AK rolling into the next round, 3 M4s, and then off on Watson. Kits across the board, but not on Wakati. All of them have head armor except for Wakati as well. This guy's kind of lacking in a little bit. Kit, head armor, actual diffuse kit, no stress. Walk 6 solo outside from that ticket, big garage area, making sure that no one can push up on Mini. He's smoking, popping the smoke with his nades, clearing out the space, but he sees nothing. He goes back for those already dropped smokes from his teammates to make sure he can clear that space for a second info gain, but he's going to find nothing. Great timing to cross for Xertion. Oh, he might get caught by this nade. Short nades don't allow the smoke to break, and Xertion is across. He made a lot of noise, so it is audible. That forces 2 CTs down into lower. I think they want to re-aggress towards this. I think they want to take this fight. Wakati and Xantares grouping up to take a fight towards the secret stairs against Xertion, leaving Major alone on A site. A little bit of a weird setup, especially because you have 2 who are about to clear outside. Woxic needs to rotate himself in to get onto site. He misses a shot towards Mini side of Brolin. A flash comes in, and now Major has all to do. 5 T's converging on the site. First goes away on Major. He gets traded out immediately by Spinks, and up into heaven goes Joda. Joda loses a fight onto Brolin, but Xertion outside behind the big red box is able to capitalize on Wakati. While this happens, Brolin gets a second kill. I didn't see who it was to. I think it was onto Joda trying to take that fight through heaven. Xertion gets a second. 2 crossing outside from the secret stairs aforementioned. The Wakadia and Xantares leaving just Woxic alone in the 1v4 with an off. His position is noted. He takes out Xertion in big garage, and now he's looking towards Mini. The boost from Brolin gets Spinks up into heaven, and he rotates around. At the backside is Jim Fat, and Brolin just on Mini. Utility coming out to push him back, say, hey, get over bomb site. We know you're here. We know exactly where you are. You're not going to survive. We're going to come after you here shortly. Utility lands for Mini, and Brolin, a jiggle peek, allows Jim Fat to get on an angle and take out Woxic. That's an excellent round. Now we're saying, Torres, you want this off? And he goes, bro, my friend, of course I do. Get me the
rounds, you said compulsory.
The CT side, right? You're looking to get the lion's share, and you didn't get many opportunities in that round. If you're Woxic, there was the one, and you.
I feel like these guys shouldn't be talking. I feel like I'm trying to talk over top of them, and it's very difficult. Yeah, Xertion capitalized with 2 outside. He smoked him. Maybe if you didn't have a cord on your mouse Xantares. Madrid does not look happy. He's not understanding what's happening here. The rotations through lower, when they go for 2 to try to take that stairs control, was a little bit slow. Zipex looking at them going, all right, boys, you know what kind of buy they're going to be on right now. It's going to be a freaking dog shit one. What did we do last time with dog shit? Outside with no smokes, take these aim battles. Maybe a scout on one of them. I fucking doubt it. They're on 2,900 loss bonus. Let's capitalize on this. Oh, they forced into this. I figured this would have been a half buy to get a buy for next round, but it's round 11. We got 2 M4s of Hamas and 2 MP9s on the CT side. On the opposite side of the Ts, we got 4 AKs and the op on Torji. Standard util out already for the cross, and Woxic on this gray bin towards outside, looking over towards red box. A little bit of an off angle. He does, in fact, catch Xertion off as he crosses towards the box and makes an audible little smirk. He makes a little smirk to say, fuck you, essentially. No stress. Major, quick timing on this secret stairs push with Spinks, looks ready for it. Second he looks away, Major starts walking up to take space, and he sees nothing. He's got no info outside. They're behind the red box, but it looks like Brolin's going to take this next fight. Major's head spotted. He needs to get out of there. That's info for Brolin to let him know, all right, there's only maximum 2 on A site. With that Woxic M4 outside, has he rotated into heaven? Where's Wakadia? They know Wakadia likes to play that mini position. And with a team flash, he swings out and he's able to double dink Brolin down to 2 HP, but Brolin smashes him with that AK-47. 4v4. Woxic and Joda have pushed through ramp. I figured Woxic would have went into heaven, but Major came back up through ramp, and he works his way towards hell. The info he's about to gain is crucial. Smoke's landing in mini to block off any sight lines means they probably want to wrap towards heaven. But with Joda and Xantares taking lobby control, the T's know this. A site, is where they've both ended up. They cleared all the way back through lobby, seeing nothing, which means the info must be outside. Brolan staying put in big garage with that 2 HP, making sure that no one can rotate in behind them, while Mazur, still on that B site, props himself up behind the default plant. Joda audibly runs towards ramp, knowing that he's baiting in these Ts for any kind of push. 20 seconds on the clock here, and these Ts need to get a move on. Woxic looking at heaven, Xantares in center sight. They could walk right out hut. No one would see this. No one would see this. Jimfat's timing might be perfect. He catches Xantares in the back. Woxic doesn't react to Jimfat shooting Xantares, and then Jimfat shoots Woxic in heaven as well. 2v5, Joda and Mazur. They got to save. Mazur is down towards ramp. Joda's already in CT spawn saving. What even happened there? He didn't even react. Woxic didn't even react. Joda gets spotted on a shoulder by Brolan, who's now kind of chasing him with 2 HP. He's got to get himself out of sight. Mazur unaccounted for, and it looks like Brolan will actually decide to not chase. They might chase as a group of 4. I don't know what they're doing here. They're kind of fucking around a little bit. Util's coming in to land in CT spawn. Joda knows they're coming for him now. They definitely have to. 10 seconds on the bomb here. Jimfat and Brolan working their way towards spawn. Flashes from Brolan allow them to get in close, and they spawn him behind the yellow box. Jimmy takes him out for a 3rd kill on the round. Yeah, they're looking at Woxic's body, and it's a little bit awkward here. 8th on the board for Mouse Sports on their T side of Nuke. This is traditionally old school Counter-Strike. 11-4, 12-3, 13-2 wasn't even a terrible scoreline. If you got 2 on the T side, you were like, okay, we're okay. If you got 3, it's overtime. If you got 4, the game is over. But now, how did Jimmy get that? I have no idea what Woxic was even looking at the second the contact came in. I guess he figured heaven was going to be swung. Now with that force by last round on the 12th round of the first half here, that puts Woxic onto a Scout, 2 M4s, and 2 MP9s on Wakadia and Joda, and less than ideal amount of util. Of course, on the opposite side, 4 AKs and an op on Torji. Spinks to take attention towards that ramp position, and a poor flash comes in, allows him to take contact, but Joda gets a kill onto Jimfat trying to support Spinks, and Spinks takes out Joda. 4v4. The information gained off that, knowing that there's one towards ramp, means there's probably no one outside or they're doubled up in hell, and Xershin is ready for this. A little bit of a smoke gamble on ramp side. Mazur pops the smoke towards ramp and pushes through it. No one's contesting him though. I don't think they really care about this position. If the position is going to happen outside, Torji looks like he's setting up to throw some smokes outside. Did they drop him anything? No, they didn't. Woxic in heaven behind that generator with his scout looking at the red cross. He's got no info yet. He knows that they could have crossed, but I don't think he's too worried about it. He's checking it now. A little bit of jiggle peeks here and there, making sure nothing's happening. Wakadia in towards Mini. Here's the util landing outside for the cross, and it's about to happen. First nade pops. No info gained. Looks like 4 Ts are about to just hightail it across here, unless Wakadia has something to say about it. Wakadia walking up on these smokes outside. Looks like he wants to walk through. He walks through and he gets caught in the back by Brolan. Torji over the top of the smoke onto Woxic, who is trying to enter into heaven. Means we are changing our routing position. We're going up to A. Heavy amounts of util are coming in. First contact goes away with Xantares from that empty pillar, or empty vent. Brolan capitalizes on a trade onto Xantares, and Torji gets the last kill of the half. Fuck yeah. Let's go flying through this. Second half here, Nuke. Maus gets 9 on their T side. So they're starting CT side 9-3 against Eternal Fire. This was the map pick of Maus, and for good reason. They thrash people on this map. They're playing so well. First kill goes the way of Torji onto Xantares, traded by Joda through that squeaky door, and 3 Ts are down. 2 Ts are down. Mazur on T roof, or on mini roof. Wakadia still in that squeaky door, and Xershin catches the timing to work his way through lobby. He misses Wakadia, but Wakadia misses him. Looks like Spinks is about to get the kill onto Wakadia through that squeaky door, and he's pressured by Mazur. Mazur gets a second kill. He works, or first kill of the round for him, and he works his way down into lower. Woxic and Wakadia defend for this ramp push, and they know that they've gushed up Xershin. They kill the other 2 CT aggressors through that ramp position, and Woxic's on the hunt. He's chasing down Xershin towards ramp side, and Xershin knows he's pressured from everywhere. First T round on the board for Eternal Fire. It's an excellent start to this second half. Xantares doesn't look too excited to be there, doesn't look too happy. He knows the play. He knows that it has to happen. On the opposite side, though, whatever they're saying in their Discord, the coach, stand-in coach, assistant coach, Zipex, just smiling. He knows this game's in the bag. No stress. We know what they're going to do on their force buy round. Let's just capitalize on it. I assume this means the CTs are going to force buy, and they do. Armor and MP9s across the board. Torji and Spinks able to get head armor, but Xershin, Brolan, and Jimfat, they're not. But 5 MP9s. Aggression is on the cards. They're pushing into lobby. First contact goes the way of Spinks and Broland onto Mazur. They cannot trade out Joda, but Jim Fat does. Wakadia good for 2 with that MP9 or Mac 10. He gets a third for his troubles. Left in a 1v3 is Torji, who's down vents right now, and they have no possible idea where he could be. He could come flying up this vents and catch 2, leaving it into a 1v1. Make sure that his timing is perfect. He hears them moving. He doesn't see anything. Swings out of that vent, and Wakadia gets his 4th with that Mac 10 on the round. That is a lot of money. That's $2,400 extra dollars for him in the bank account, plus the 35 for winning the round. He could get Woxic that 3rd round off that he'll fucking lose again. No stress. Here's these kills right here. The ramp push. Clean on Desertion. Clean onto Jim Fat. Even cleaner onto Broland. He sees the shoulder come out of the vent before he pops up, and Torji gets taken out. Excellent round. Excellent round. Wakadia. This guy is good. Good thing I got him for my fantasy pool. Let me go close the door. Pistol by. Wakadia gets his 5th kill with that Mac 10 just running through Squeaky Door. He knows they're on a low buy. Capitalizes on Spinks crossing from mini onto A site. Does significant damage onto Broland towards heaven, but takes a dink from Broland's Deagle through the edge of the box for his troubles. Jimmy's been boosted on ramp, and he has Zershin there working with him with the 5-7, as well as Torji on a little bit of an off angle, and I feel like Eternal Fire are going to try to read this. They're taking their time. They're clearing their angles. Joda doing his damnedest to take back the space that he held on CT's side that he never got pressured on. He was patient there for 12 rounds. They only ever hit it one time. He got his kill, got trade, or they won the round from his site hold, or his ramp hold. He gets assists on 2. Madger entering the site through Squeaky. He's extremely fast, not trying to hide it. He's cleared the site out, and they are unawares where these CTs are. They have to go back and get the bomb, though. As I say this, Broland able to capitalize on Terrace outside from that hell position. Utility rains up into heaven, and Madger takes a fight with Zershin. Zershin kind of stuck up there now. He needs to make sure that he can get himself out, and he does successfully. Utility lands towards that heaven position, now they're planting back site. Broland communicating to his troops, all right, guys, let's group up mini. Let's make sure there's no exits here. Let's group up, hit this site together, either win or lose. But Broland has other ideas. He's picking up an AK and a Molly. With no armor, though, he has to go in second. Low amount of util. Only 2 flashes left for the T side. That single Molly from Broland could be key. Zershin ready to go back up into heaven. Jim Fat linking up with him. And it looks like the defend the AK save is actually about to happen here. Torji taken out from Wakadia on that T roof, working his way outside. Jim Fat and Zershin look like they want to just go for a cheeky little kill here, and they're destroyed by Wakadia or Woxic and Major. Get yourselves out of there, boys. Wakadia, you might be far enough away. I think you are. You're golden. 6 on the board for Eternal Fire. This is not a bad start to their T-side campaign on their enemy's map. Pick out the nuke. Another tack timeout coming in. Great shot by Broland. All right, first full buy of this Mouseport squad side and the CT side. Broland opting to keep that AK-47, 3 M4s, and the op on Torji. Great amount of utility. They just have to play a little bit patient. Jim Fat towards that ramp. Torji's already got himself into heaven. Broland and Spinks on that A site. It looks like they're doubling up both on the default pillars and one on top of hut. Zershin playing his normal position towards outside mini side. But the T's are ready for a little bit of aggression. Madger on T roof, he has all the utility he needs to throw and execute onto the A site. Well, 3 of these T's wrap mini side. Zantaris clearing his angles correctly, taking his time, making sure that a missed Molly from the T's on top of default allows for Zershin to stay in this position, but on an off angle, Zantaris takes him through the wall. They anticipated this position, and now with that kill, Zantaris is able to clear up to the hell position. He hears 2 CTs jumping in the windows below him. He knows that this A site is prime and ready for the taking. Joda is going to enter through that mini side while they crunch on ramp. They should rotate back up to heaven unless Jim Fat has anything to say about it. He's about to get pinched from 2 separate sides, and with no availability for help and no idea they could be that close, they get destroyed. T's working their way down lower. Door swings open from Torji. Double door swing open from Torji. He capitalizes on the first kill. He has Zantaris to deal with. Spinks kills Joda at top ramp or outside before the ramp push. Oh my god, Torji gets a 2nd kill onto Woxic and a 3rd onto Zantaris. A 4th onto Wakadia as he's on the ramp behind the Molotov. They threw utility into the toxic window, or into the control window onto the stairs, forcing him into the fight, and he just happens to be faster. Torji. Highlight reel Torji. Swings the door, pops the first one. Bop. Madger down. Second kill from a swinging Woxic from right to left. Third kill, Xantares. He threw the Molotov and Torji capitalized on the sound. Then Wakadia trying to get himself into that covered angle on the ramp behind his team's smoke, and he gets shot in the side of the head by Torji for a 4th kill. Way to go, Torji. Put your team on 10 and a final timeout for Eternal Fire here. And they're like, dude, what the fuck just happened? We won that round, bro. We literally won that round. There's nothing we can do about that. What can we say? And Abrir gets himself a purple pistol. Gross. Everyone clapping for it. Yeah, good for you. Good for you, man. Better than a blue. Better than a light blue. Of course. Look at the paperwork on Xershen's table. He is ready. He is reading 10-6. Eternal Fire. They have 5 AKs, less than ideal amount of util. Lots of smoke so they can do everything they need. They're just lacking on the flashes and the Molotovs. On the opposite side, 2 AKs got brought over in the form of Brolan and Spinks. M4s for Jimmy and Xershen, and the op for Torji. Standard util outside by this T squad a little bit early, and Xantares aims to take control. He's forced back by Amalium with the second nade landing and popping the smoke. Xershen edging out ever quicker, gets destroyed by Xantares. It looks like he was ready for that fight. Xantares takes secret stairs, but down lower is Spinks. The hit looks like it's coming towards ramp, and Jimmy knows this position is occupied. He says, all right, these boys can get down lower, but they can't come up behind me. I need to be able to rotate up into A site, so he plays this hell position. This should be known by these Ts, and he gets flashed off. Utility is perfect. They're forcing him to take fights that he is not wanting to take, so he gets himself into hell. He has a teammate there in the form of Brolan to take any kind of fights. Well, Torji, just at that empty vent, forces his fight towards secret or squeaky door. He opts to smoke it off to clear sight to get himself into a better position to get down lower to support his teammates, but Spinks, unaware, is about to get pinched. Torji rotated his way down, allowing Jimmy and Brolan to stay on that A site, and he's going to have that single door decon to take fights. He was extremely successful the last time he took fights down lower, but now his position is known. He swings the door open, he sees nothing, and they're edging towards him. One falls onto the site, Madger going for the plant. Torji knows better than to go peek this. He waits for his teammates to rotate in. Xantares ever patient towards that T-stair side or secret stair side, and he has Spinks to deal with. He gets out of the line of fire just long enough that allows Spinks to think he couldn't be there, and he's rotated out. Spinks still waiting for him, though. Patiently enough, he might be able to get this kill. Brolan at that double doors, he's going to open this up and he's going to take the fight. They know Xantares hasn't crossed yet, so he has to be patient. Wakadia spots the first, Xantares spots the second, and Wakadia gets the third, gets caught up on the third and the fourth. Torji with the no-scope around the corner is able to take out Wakadia, but this 3v4 is not looking good for this Mouse Sports side. They got to get themselves out of there. Kills are great, but not as good as the round victory. Only 2 survive for both sides, which is great, but a round win for Eternal Fire is even better, 10-7. CT side of Mouse Sports looking pretty good. When Xershen dies first, it seems like their round success goes down. But he's been playing very well. Full buy, both sides here. No op on the board. Head armor across the board for the Ts. M4s with that one saved AK for the CT side. Kits only on Jimfat and Brolan, but tons of util. And standard T util comes raining out. God fucking damn it. How do I get 3 ads? Are you kidding? Yeah, you're joking me. That's enough of that.